So you just closed on your first home purchase and you're wondering, what do I expect next? Well, here's 5 things that you can expect to happen that really have nothing to do with the home purchase process you just went through. Hey there, I'm Ryan Speltz, the kick butt mortgage guy and the social media lender of St. Petersburg, Florida. And I am going to give you some insight into what's going to happen after your home purchase that no one else is going to talk about. These things really have nothing to do with your loan or with your purchase, but they're going to happen. Number one is number one for a reason, and that's because you're probably going to get between 50 and 100 of these things. These are the spam mailers for mortgage protection insurance. And again, I call them spam only because you get so many of them, it feels like a ton of spam. Now, most of these companies are legitimate, but it's really hard to tell who is and who isn't. Now, generally, this is actually just classified as life insurance, but they've put the fancy name of mortgage protection insurance, and they're even going to make it seem like it came directly from the lender you just closed with. How do they have that information? Well, when you close with a mortgage, that mortgage gets filed on your property deed, and then that becomes public record, which people can search and use for data to reach out to you. And so if you have questions about that, make sure you reach out to your loan officer and be like, hey, did you send this? Number two isn't going to happen immediately, but as time goes on, your home's going to appreciate in value. And then that's when the investors are going to start calling and texting you. A lot of times these are just mass texts going out saying, hey, I'd like to know about your property at X address, and they want to know what you would sell them the property for. Generally, these people are going to try to either get you under contract and assign the contract to somebody else of one of their investors that they have on their list, or they're going to try to buy it under market value so that they can make a profit on. So if this happens to you, feel free to entertain the offers. I always like to talk back and forth with them just to kind of see where the market's at. But just know that you're talking to an investor who is trying to get you down to the lowest price on the other side. Number 3, and this one sucks, but it is being worked on. Every single time that you go apply for something on your credit or using your credit, someone's going to call you. These are called trigger leads, and they are being purchased from the credit bureaus right now. So it's not your mortgage company selling your information to people to call you and interact with you. It's actually the credit bureaus that when you get your credit pulled for anything, credit card, mortgage, HELOC, personal loan, any of those things, they are going to sell your information to probably 5 or 6 different mortgage lenders, and they're buying this information, and then they're going to have callers reach out to you. And there's really not a lot of regulation around these things, and we're hoping that regulation is coming, but you will get calls if you use your credit. Getting into a little bit more of the funny stuff now. Number 4 is you'll do the math on price per square foot at every house that sells in your neighborhood. You know, while you were searching for homes, you're probably using the Big Z or Realtor or any of those. And so those searches are still going to come in, and it's going to show you what homes are being listed for in your area. And when they sell, you're going to do the math, and you're going to take the purchase price divided by the square footage, and you're going to get a number, and then you're going to multiply that times your square foot, and you're going to estimate that as your cost. I do this probably weekly just because I'm kind of a math nerd, and I like to see the fluctuation. Sometimes it's really low, and sometimes it's really high, and sometimes it's fun just to see, hey, maybe we could sell for even close to that. And then you kind of have an idea on where the market is around your home. And the last one is actually a 2-parter, so you'll get a bonus one here. You're going to try and keep your Florida grass green as long as possible. And then you're going to have to resod because it died. And then you're going to have great green grass for a while. And then the chinch bugs will come eat your St. Augustine grass. And then you will resod it again. And then the chinch bugs will come eat your sod again. And then you will decide that this is just crap and you're just going to replace it with mulch like everybody does. Welcome to Florida. Grass is hard to grow. And number 6 as the bonus, this is exactly the same as number 5, except with your yard plants. We've tried so many different flowers. It's either getting too much sun, or we're blocking it from the sun, or it's a Florida plant that's not planted in the right soil, or something comes up inevitably. And so hello to succulents. I would encourage you to utilize as many succulents as your yard as possible. The things don't die. They actually spread and grow farther, and you never have to worry about replanting them again. I hope you got a little comedic relief out of this video. And yes, all of these things will probably happen to you after you close on your home purchase. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm the Kick Butt Mortgage guy, Ryan Speltz. We'll see you on the next one.